Hey, good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. I'm gonna sit right here for a minute and just wait for a few people to jump on. Good morning, Stacy. You guys, it's day 30. It is the last day of my 30-day journey. It's been super fun. Good morning, Erin. Hello, hello. Hi, Edie. Oh, goodness. It is a cold one in Utah. Erin, how cold do you think it is outside? I think it's probably 35. It is one cold morning here today. But Leslie, I bet it's colder where you're at because you're in Canada. So, good morning. Hi, Cindy. Good morning, Fern. All right, so I'm going to start this morning by, I want you to say hi to my cute husband. And he'll probably just say hi, and that's it. I just want you to say hi.
Hello. Good morning. Good morning.
All right, thanks, honey. I'm like, I want you to say hi to everyone this morning. He's like, you do? I'm like, yes, I do. Okay, I think I'm going to, honey, will you unlock the front door for me? I love doing it outside. Thanks, sweetie. Okay. But it's so cold. So I wanted to come out here last thing. All right. Good morning, Edie. It's 54. Really? Okay. I must be just really chilly this morning because I'm like so cold this morning. All right. Thanks for saying, oh, Steve. Yeah, I just talked to Steve on the phone and he is like, oh, hi, Vern. Steve told me that Vern doesn't even really know what I do. He's like, Steve texted him the other day and said, hey, do you know what Jill does every morning? And a while later, he texts back to Steve and said, well, I think she does something on the computer or something like that. He has no clue. He just has no clue what I do or what I'm even about. Isn't that funny? But anyway, okay. Good morning, everyone. So I'm going to, oh, it's Susan. It's 36 in Cache Valley, 47 there. Okay. I just must be really chilled this morning, but it feels pretty good out here now. So, all right. To start off this morning, well, happy day 30, everyone. I can't believe, in a way, I feel like I was talking to Paige last night, and in a way, I feel like this has lasted forever, but in a way, I'm like, oh, it's already been 30 days and it went by so fast. So thank you for being on with me. For those of you who've been on all 30 days, some of you are still catching up on videos, but just thank you for being here with me and supporting me and loving me, because this was truly for me, and I hope that you guys got some benefit about, why I was doing this 30 days. So first of all, I'm going to explain to you, I've had a few people, it's 76 degrees where Steve is at in Virginia. Well, good for you. That's awesome. I think I'll come out there for a couple of days. All right, so I've had a few people ask me, I talked about freezing one day, freezing people's energy. And you guys, these people, so let me just explain it really quick again. You're just going to write their name on a piece of paper and you're going to put it just in a tiny little container in water or a little Ziploc bag or something. It doesn't need to be a big bucket or anything in your freezer. Just freeze their energy. And what that just does is it might be some people that you live with or, I don't even know, or your mother-in-law or something like that. I don't know who that is for you. But you're going to have to be around these people. But what it does is that it just makes it so their energy, so they don't bug you as bad. So I just want to do it because I went to my mom's house the other day and she had like this big, huge thing of water with one little name in it in her freezer. And I'm like, Mom, it doesn't have to be that big. She's like, well, you need to explain it then. So if anyone has any questions about that, that's what it is. And you're not freezing the person, you're just freezing the energy that you feel around them. So I hope that makes sense to you. Okay. I also want to explain, I'm just going to address a few questions that I've gotten throughout this course, and I've done a few questions, a few times during this, but the other one was, I've talked about working in your strength, when I talked about the Strength Finder 2.0 book, but then I also talk about my favorite scripture, that talks about turning your weaknesses into your strengths. So I want to tell you the difference between the way I feel about those two different things. So working in your strengths are the strengths that you already have, right? And I went over that with you guys. Like, I love to be inclusive. I love to have everyone included. If I'm going to do something, everyone's involved if they want to be, right? So that's one of my strengths. I love to help people see their worth, those kind of things. But one of my weaknesses, so when I talk about turning your weaknesses into strengths, what I mean by that is that my entire life, I was like, Heavenly Father, why have I had to struggle with my weight my whole life? Like, I was bitter, I was mad, I was, bugged that my friends were these cute little toothpicks, and I wasn't. And so, but it is turned into my strength. Like, if I hadn't gone through everything that I went through, I wouldn't be on here today doing this with you. It wouldn't have made me who I am today. And to be able to be so relatable with other people on what they're going through, whether it's, their weight struggles, or, just, I've gone through so much in my life. You guys have no clue. Well, I've been through a lot that you don't even know about. So you're able to be so much more relatable. So when you guys are going through stuff, it's going to be a struggle, and you're going to have a hard time, and you're going to have to really rely on the Lord, but it's to make us stronger, and it's to be able to be more relatable with people so that you can help them through what they're going through. I hope that makes sense to you guys. Okay. The other thing too is my friend Jamie texted me this morning. Hi, Jamie. And she said, oh my heck, Jill, thank you for your live stream. She said, I have been sick lately. Like, she's had a cold. And she said the first day it was really easy to be positive and to do my affirmations and stuff. But she said as days went on, she just gets the negative voices in her head, and she, it's a struggle, especially for those of you that are sick. Like my friend Candy, she's in a chair all day, every day, because she doesn't have a hip right now. They had to put a spacer in to wait for her to heal. And she's been that way for a year or longer. And so I have found that when I'm sick, or when I'm down, or when I had my back fusion, the dot people are really getting to you, because you're just kind of confined, like you're down sick, you're not feeling good. And so that's when they are able to attack you even more. So I just want you to be aware of that. And when you're on the right path, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm on the right path. I'm impacting people's lives. I'm serving, I'm loving. That's another time where those dot people and, the darkness can really get to you and almost feel like you're being overcome. Okay. So I just want to talk to you a little bit about how powerful your words are, just to yourself, to other people. And I know we've talked a lot about it, but have you guys read the book or heard of the book? It's called Hidden Messages in the Water, and it's by Masaru Emoto. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but it's called Hidden Messages in the Water. It is the coolest book. So what he does is he takes, he's a scientist kind of person. Well, I don't know if he's a scientist, but this is the experiment that he did. So he took water, and he put it in different containers around his lab or whatever. And he put words on it, like hate and love. And, and one of them, he did like classical music around it. The other one, he did the other one, he did like heavy metal music around it. So he just had all these different things of water. So he did this for a period of time. And then after, he looked at the water under a microscope at the different crystals of the water that had all those different words on it, or whatever he was doing with it. So it's just interesting that, our bodies are made up of so much water. I don't even know the percentage. I can't even remember, but so much water. And so we have these crystals in our bodies. So when we're saying things to ourselves like, oh my gosh, I hate myself, or, any of those negative words, those crystals in your body, you guys should see it in the book. Like, the crystal is just ugly and gross. And and the ones that said like love and gratitude and things, they're just these beautiful crystals. The ones that were around like heavy metal rock music, they were these yucky crystals again, and the ones that were around classical good music. I'm not saying heavy metal is not good. Some people love it. So I have a friend that's like a band member of a heavy metal. So anyway, you get my point, right? So the classical music, the crystals were beautiful. So I found it interesting too that the crystal that was the most yucky, ugly crystal out of all was the one that was just left alone in the corner. Like he didn't speak hate to it, he didn't speak love to it, nothing. He just left it in the corner and, nothing over there. So, but that was the crystal that it almost couldn't even be a crystal. Like it was just so broken up and so mucky. And so just be really aware of what you're saying to yourself and how you're, what you're saying to your kids and to people around you. And even the energy and the thoughts that going out to them, even if you're not saying the words, they can feel the energy. And you can feel your own energy, right? That's why I taught you guys the jiggle and bounce to change your state or to jump or to dance or something so you can change your state from, that negative energy, even if it's like heavy energy, to being like really light and happy energy. Go get that book or look it up or something or Google it and see if you can see any of the crystals even from that book. So it's called Hidden Messages in the Water. And it is, Ken, thank you. He posted it. Okay. Oh, wait, no, he said Dr. Ishimoto. That is the movie, What the Bleep Do We Know? Yes, I love that. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna start now. Well, I mean, I've started, but okay, you guys get it. All right. So my affirmation for today, and it's the one I say second every day. So my first one was the very first one I shared with you guys. I'm a light and a powerful light. I stand in my truth and I'm in love with myself. The second one that I say is I am bigger than life and I bring life to others. And what I mean by that is, I'm going to read it to you right now. It's that poem it's not a poem, but it's that statement by Marianne Williamson. And I'm going to read it to you guys. So it says, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that frightens us most. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Oh. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. And that's what I mean by I am bigger than life and I bring life to others. It just fills me. It fills me to be able to shine my light so bright so that others can see the light that's within them. Whoa. Okay. So this is one of my statements that I say all the time. It's not really one of the affirmations I say all the time, but I say it quite a bit to myself. So maybe it is an affirmation, but it's kind of like my mission statement. And it goes like this. I believe that everyone deserves a chance to walk through life with a healthy body, to walk in confidence and live the life of their dreams physically and financially. Well, and in all areas of their life, honestly. But I just know that when I was all into feeling yucky about myself and that I didn't shine my light, I didn't walk in confidence. I wasn't serving anyone. I wasn't serving anyone but dwelling in my own pity party. Does that make sense? So when you are liberated and you're walking with confidence, then you're able to live the dreams. You're able to live your dreams and to be able to help others to live their dreams as well. So that's why I do what I do, and I love what I do. I love to help people change from the inside out. It is my passion to be able to do that physically, financially, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, in their relationships and in every area of their life. So that's why I love what I love to do. So I'm going to tell you a couple of people, their stories that have come across my path, because I love helping people to figure out why they're doing what they're doing, why they want to make a life change in their life. So I'm going to tell you about a cute lady. Her name's Donna. And Donna came to me and she wanted to release some weight. I'm like, okay, so what does that look like to you? And she's like, well, I think I probably want to release like 60 pounds. I'm like, okay, well, what would you do if you lost 60, if you were able to release 60 pounds? Well, I'd be able to move better. And anyway, she just kept going on. But really, we got down to what it was that excited her. Why did she really want to lose the weight and be more healthy, and something that she could really relate with, so that when she went to put that brownie in her mouth, she wouldn't do it, or she wanted to go exercise when she didn't want to do it or something. So we got it down to this. Donna wanted to be able to hide under her bed when her grandkids were trying to find her when they were playing hide and go seek. Like, that's how detailed we got. And it was exciting to see her journey. And one day she called me and she's like, Jill. And I'm like, I whisper back, right? I didn't need to, but I'm like, Donna, are you okay? And she just started bawling. I'm like, what is wrong? And she said, Jill, I'm under my bed and my grandkids can't find me. And that was just like one of the most rewarding. I just loved it. Like, I started bawling, and it was just such a touching moment to be able to help people achieve their goal. Whatever it is that might seem like small to you guys, like, oh my gosh, she wanted to hide in her bed. But how cool is that she was under her bed and her grandkids couldn't find her? Another one that I wanted to share was my friend Ron. And he called me one Sunday, or I got a text from him one Sunday morning. And he's like, Jill, thank you so much. And I'm like, you're so welcome. Like, what did I do? And he said, well, you breathed belief in me. And today was the first day that I was able to go back to church, because I was able to fit into my Sunday shirt and do it up and put a tie on. And he's like, I haven't been to church for months and months and months, and I was able to go to church today. And so it's just stories like that I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you, Heavenly Father, for everything that I've been through, so that I can relate with people and do what I love to do. So I want to tell you a story about me. I was in St. George, Utah, and by this time I had released about 80 pounds. And I took my kids down to St. George, and my son, who was 16 at the time, he's just like this big brawny lacrosse player. And he pointed to a mountain. He said, Mom, let's climb that mountain tomorrow morning. I'm like, dude, I have never climbed a mountain. Like, I don't know what to do. And he's like, you can totally do it. So the next morning we put backpacks on and we climbed to the top of this mountain, and we sat side by side, and he turned to me with tears in his eyes. And he said, Mom, thank you so much for getting healthy for us. And I knew at that moment that I wasn't going to sit on the sidelines anymore. And I was going to share what I knew and the gifts that I have to offer people. I was going to share it with everybody. So you guys, thank you for being on with me today, so that I could share a little bit about what I know, what has helped me in my life, and to help me do this, this setback to a comeback, because this has been huge for me. Okay. Whew. All right. So I was also, able to quit my job of 22 years. I love to help people financially. I was able to quit my job, stay home with my kids, and it's been the best thing to be able to work from home and to be able to, to serve people and not have a time schedule and not say, oh, I can't do it because I'm at work and things like that. So that's another one of my passions for sure, to go from working, a full-time job, part-time sometimes, to making a residual, figure, a great income from home. So to be able to give back more, you guys, I'm like, oh, this is the end of the 30 days. And some people are like, we don't want you to stop. And I'm like, okay, but I can't do this every single day. I mean, I could, but so I've decided that I'm going to do Wednesday mornings. So I'm going to do a Wednesday wake up with Jill call. It will still be at 8:30 in the morning. And I'm going to have, I'll do some of them alone. Like I'll have some great people on with me some Wednesdays too. So put it in your phone if you want to be involved in that. Just Wednesday wake up with Jill at 8:30 in the morning Mountain Time. The other thing too, as I had Ann Webb on here, You guys, I need to blow my nose, but I'm not inside. Okay, I'll just sniff it up. All right. That was probably TMI. Anyway, okay, so Ann Webb was on here with me doing Ideal Life Vision, and there's a lot of people locally, or you can fly in if you want to do it, or you can even do it online. And it was globallifevision.com, I think was her website. I'll post it again in the comments. But she is going to come to my house on October 27th here in Utah, and we're going to do an event together, an Ideal Life Vision event. So it's October 27th. It's a Saturday at 10 a.m. in my house, at my house if you want. And my house can fit, I mean, I could put 30, 40 people in my living room, kitchen area. So if you want to do that, inbox me and I'll give you the info about that. Thursday, October 11th at my house, I'm going to start doing a health and mindset reset night at 7 o'clock at my house on Thursday the 11th, if anyone's involved in that, anybody local. And then I am recording a guided meditation right now. I'm going to start with the forgiveness meditation because I feel like that's one of the most important things to do, is to be able to forgive yourself for stuff that you've done. Nobody's perfect, right? So a forgiveness meditation. And the first people that will be able to hear about that are the people that are on my email list. So if you haven't gone to my website yet, it's just jillbirth.com. Input your email and I'll be able to send out some information about that when I'm done with that. Also, I put a little thing on Facebook about what people wanted to know more about, whether it was healthy eating or it was food addiction. And I've got so many, I have had so many responses from that people want to learn so much more about food addiction. And so I'm putting together a course right now, a food addiction course that I'm going to be doing. And again, I'll be sending out through your email. So if you want to know more information about that, or if you have any friends that you would want to have involved in that, then make sure that they put their email address into my website again. And I'll post the link no, that will be on the website. Okay, so the next thing really quickly is that I want to know what you guys have learned through this 30 days. Like if you've had any ahas with any of these videos, or, just any comments that you have about my 30-day setback to come back. So I'm going to post a link in the comments here for you to go in, and it's just kind of like a little survey thing about, things that you've learned and things like that. So, and it's anonymous, so you don't have to, it won't say your name unless you want it to say your name. So, but I would love to hear your feedback on this, just because it fills me up. I'm like, I did this for me, but so many people have gotten so much benefit from it. And so I want to hear what benefit you have received from my 30 days of doing these live streams. Okay, so I'll be doing the Wake Up Wednesdays with Jill. And so I just want to wrap up by teaching you guys one of my favorite tools to put in your little toolbox. I taught you guys how to ground. I taught you how to sway test. I've taught you how to heart link. I've taught you how to freeze people. And one of my favorite things that I do every day, and I do it for myself, I do it for my kids, it's called the purple bubble. And purple is the color of protection. And so what I do, I'm going to go stand, well, the sun's out. You won't be able to see me very well. Okay, well, maybe I will. I'm going to go do it. So I stand in the grass. Okay. I stand in the grass. Can you guys see me good? I can't even see the comments. Okay. So I ground myself like I taught you guys to do. And then I sway test, make sure I'm grounded. The next thing I do, and you don't have to be outside to do this, but you guys know that I love standing in the grass. So the next thing I do is I visualize a bright light coming down from heaven. And it's a purple light this time, okay? And it's circling me, and I'm just wrapping an entire purple bubble around me, okay? And it seals up, right? It's a bubble that's sealed. And sometimes I'll call on my angels before I do that, and I wrap my angels in the purple bubble with me. And what it does, and then I say to myself, or out loud, either way, I say, I am shielded and protected and impervious to all evil. And why I do that is because it is a bubble of protection. So when those fiery darts are coming at you every single day, then they can't get in. When those dot people are screaming at you so loud, you might hear them, but it's not going to bother you. It's almost like freezing the dot people, almost. So, but it's the purple bubble. I just purple bubble myself. I purple bubble my kids. I purple bubble my car before I travel. Like it's just purple is the color of protection. So again, I purple bubble myself. I just imagine a purple bubble going all around my body. And I say, I am shielded and protected and impervious to all evil. And I had to look up the word impervious because I didn't really know what it meant at first. But I learned this from my amazing friend, Andrea Carver, who I love and who has totally helped me change my life. She's my energy gal. She does cranial sacral work here in Utah. She's incredible. So I wanted to share that with you because it's probably one of my most powerful tools that I use. The days I don't purple bubble myself, I hear the dot people yelling so much louder than I would if I had purple bubbled myself. So I wanted to share that with you. And I hadn't done it through any of the days. I don't know why, but I felt like today was the day that I was supposed to share that with you. And then the last thing that I want to share with you is, okay. My husband's first wife, she passed away of cancer. Almost 5 years ago. And the most powerful thing that has helped me get through this funk are my affirmations. And the second thing is that she wrote on the mirror in their bathroom. So in the master bath, she wrote, "Never give up," on the mirror. And I know that she was doing it when she wrote it, she was probably doing it for herself. And she was probably doing it because she knew she was going to pass away. So she was probably doing it for Vern or for the kids or for whoever saw it. Well, I'm one of those people that sees it every single day. So I know that Kim's not here on earth, but I know she could hear me. And I just want to thank her for writing that on the mirror because it totally helped me to never give up. So I'm going to encourage you guys to go get a dry erase marker and to write that on your mirror. Never give up, because those 3 words are so powerful, along with your affirmations. Oh, okay, you guys, I love you. This 30 days has been amazing for me. Thank you for being here through my comeback. And I have felt so much love and support. And I'm excited to do Wednesdays with you still. So let me know if you are, if you want to hear something, like if you want me to talk about something in particular. And that's kind of in that survey too, like that little link that I'll post. So that I know what you guys want to hear more of. Okay. All right. I love you. Have a fantastic day. And I'll see you next Wednesday with Wake Up with Jill Wednesday at 8:30 in the morning. Okay. I love you guys. Have a fantastic day.